before I get kind of into the workspace and the tools and the panels over here, I just want to quickly really explain or I want to explain why bleeds. So you see there that we have the red bleed line, but then when I kind of click off this, wrong one, where am I here? This one here. I'm in, where is it? The normal mode, right? Why isn't this clicking? Hello. I'm trying to click here. It's not clicking. Okay, here we go. Click hard. If I click on that little button here, which is kind of your view mode, if I click preview, you can see that that bleed line disappears and the background kind of gets grayed out. Why isn't this clicking? I know I can toggle between it with using W as well. Just hit the W on the keyboard and I can toggle between that normal and that preview mode. Now the preview mode is what you're going to see basically once it's printed, and the normal mode is just your normal workspace. If I zoom out here a little bit, you can see the whole document. And like I said, again, if I press W, the background kind of gets grayed out and that bleed line disappears, and I can see that what the document is going to look like when it's printed. I'm very quickly, without explaining what I'm doing, I'm just going to show you the difference, what an image, adding an image there, and what bleeds really kind of look like. And if I can just quickly find you a file, where are all my files? Here we go for this project or this assignment. If I just add an image here, okay. So if I zoom in now, I don't have actually that file that to the bleed line here. Okay, so now that I can see corner to corner bleed line. So the difference now when I press that W is that bleed line disappears and I can see that a little bit of that image, that 1/8 of an inch that overhung, is now disappeared. So we need to do that when we have images that extend right to the edge of the page. We need to actually, in reality, when we're setting up the file, we need to extend them that 1/8 of an inch over. So that little bit of 1/8 of an inch right there, we need to extend it over. And what that is that when we are actually printing this on a big printing machine, digital or offset, what that actually the functionality is they print it with that extra little 1/8 of an inch, and then they actually cut it. And the reason they do it that way, as opposed to let me zoom out here, and actually printing it just right to the page's edge, is that there is a slight chance that you accidentally just didn't have it right to the edge. And so you have now this little white strip. And that might not be your own fault. The printer might mess it up and they might actually have a little white strip without you wanting it there. And so how we get around that is we actually extend the image or the image box, the frame in this case, to that bleed line as opposed to the page edge. And in print, in kind of simple, kind of small print, we just do it 1/8 of an inch, and that is just a perfect amount to make sure that we don't mess it up, and that once it's printed, it actually, the image goes right to the page's edge, as opposed to possibly having that little bit of white paper showing through.